Hey, what's up everyone? My name's Jason with Upshifting Adventures, and today on this video I'm going to be showing you how to swap out your BMW Motorrad Navigator 6 GPS unit that comes with the GS motorcycles and replace it with a Zumo XT because I am officially over the Navigator 6. I've had nothing but troubles with it since I bought it. As you know, it's an expensive unit, and since I've had the motorcycle, 3 or 4 times it has gone down on me when I needed it most, to where the screen just kind of flickers, or you hit the buttons and it just kind of goes back and forth to a bunch of different screens, and it just doesn't work. I've had to pull it off, plug it into the computer and reset it to the factory settings, and now this time it won't even do anything. It won't turn off. It won't reset. You can't plug it into the computer. It's nothing. When I turn the motorcycle on, this is what I get. So it looks good, right? I'll click on View Map. Oh, nothing. Well, now we finally get something, right? So if I try to, let's say, go to restaurants. Do you see how it's moving around now? It's kind of jumping up and down. It won't let me do anything with the unit. So this is so frustrating, and it happened to me last year when I was out doing the BDR down in Arizona, and I had to basically use my phone for the rest of the trip that I was on down there. It's happened a couple other times locally, but yeah, you know, it's just not how a GPS should be. So I'm over it, and I've decided to mount my Garmin XT or Zumo XT in the factory mount of the BMW 1250 GS. I found a company in Italy that makes the mounts, and to the best of my knowledge, they are the only people out there making them. I bought the mount on a Monday from the company in Italy, and I swear the mount was here on Wednesday afternoon. I can't believe how fast it came. It was excellent. Like I said, I bought it on Monday online, and within a couple of minutes I had a notification from UPS saying my package was scheduled for delivery 2 days later. I figured it was a mistake, but sure enough, it showed up 2 days later. Now, I'm already running the Zumo XT on my Husqvarna 701, so I've got that hardwired into the bike with the mount that came with the GPS and all that stuff. I love it. I think it's been a great unit, so I decided to just go ahead and get the mount, the adapter put in on the BMW here. That way I can just switch the GPS unit from bike to bike when I'm riding different bikes. Now, because I already have it mounted on the Husqvarna and it comes with the actual mount for the Zumo XT, I had to buy another one for that. I just bought it off of Amazon. It was here in a couple of days, so no problem. Now, so let's get into the installation of the unit. There's a couple of things you got to do to get the Zumo XT mount to fit onto this adapter, and I'll go over that right now. So in the package with the adapter is this adapter plate here. And this is going to replace the locking lever on the factory BMW GS mount. So it's kind of cool because you can actually lock your unit still into the mounts, which is really nice, okay? And then it comes with these 4 screws to mount this Garmin mount to the adapter. And these 2 little screws here, which are what you use to mount the supply into the Garmin Garmin mount plate, which is no different than if you were to just mount the unit somewhere else. And these are the screws that came with the Garmin piece itself. And you will have to use these because you have to use these washers You'll see that here in a little bit, but basically when you put these screws through the Garmin mount into this adapter plate, they're too long if you don't put some washers in them, and it won't mount up to the bike, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to take this power supply and mount it into the adapter. Now this came with a screw already attached to it, but you should use these screws here. These little two little black screws that come with, there's a spare, and you want to use that one as well. You don't want to use the one that came, it was just there to secure it, or I guess to keep it from getting, fouled up. So the way you do it is you just kind of push it through the mount, push this down in there, and you can see there's a little hole here that allows you to secure this piece to the mounting bracket. And you definitely need a jeweler's screwdriver to do this. So you just snug it up. Doesn't have to be super tight, obviously. And that will keep the unit in there, all right? So a little bit about this mount. It's a 3D printed mount, and all it does basically, it's got the same pinouts here that are on the back of the Navigator 6, okay? Because obviously the back of the Garmin, the Zumo XT, has a little bit different pinout setup, okay? So that is going to mount to this, and then this will mount into your motorcycle, and you'll have it all set up. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we need to mount the Garmin Zumo mount to the back of this guy here, okay, or to the front of it, excuse me. And I'll show you if, when you put these screws in, if you don't put the washers in, the screw will stick out past the flush side of the mount, okay? So you do want to put these little washers that are in the other bag that come with the Garmin mount itself. You want to make sure and get those in there. So I will do those real fast and probably zoom you through this portion so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Okay, now that is basically your mount fully assembled, okay? And then this is going to go onto the motorcycle. Okay, so once we've got the mount all secured to the adapter, right? I went ahead and I put the Zumo on here, all right? And it's nice and secure. The only thing you have to do is remove the old Navigator 6, put this adapter in place. Once it snaps in, push the lock, and you can see here I'm pushing on the release, and the unit is nice and secure in there. Okay, I'll go ahead and turn this off real quick. Let's see here. And you'll see when I turn the ignition on, the Garmin fires up. Okay, so it's fully powered now. You don't have to worry about the battery going dead. I'll let it fire up, and then I'll show you how the one drawback to this unit with the Navigator that comes with the motorcycle. When you kill the ignition, it'll give you the 15 seconds or 30 seconds until it powers off, and you can just walk away from your bike. But this one, as you see, when I turn the ignition off, so it's off now, the unit stays on, all right? So you do have to reach back behind and turn the power off manually with the power button. Now the other thing is, if you unlock it and you take it out of the mount, okay, you'll see here in a second, it will say that it's lost external power, okay? So you can cancel that. You can either leave it on, or you can reach up, or on the back side here, and just turn the unit off itself. All right. Then also, if you put it back into the mount, you can walk away and know that your unit is safe. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn the power off. So that's it. That's the only thing there is to mounting this the Garmin Zumo XT into the Navigator 6 factory mount. They do provide another locking lever, like I said, if you happen to use that. I don't need it, so it worked out well for me. But I will say that if you decide you want to replace it, these two little screws here, they're Torx bits. If you have bad eyes like I do and you want to spend about an hour trying to figure out which one of your Allen keys, why won't they work in there? It is a Torx. It's smaller than a T5 though. It is one of those, little L-shaped Torx bits that usually come with things that you buy, you have to assemble or whatever. But just know that it is a Torx bit. It's very small, and you may not have one laying around. You might have to go to the store and get that. So anyways, like I said, Navigator 6 has just been nothing but problems for me. I bought this Zumo XT for a trip out to Nevada on the Husky 701. Absolutely love it. Glad to have it now on my BMW. I can just take it and swap it from bike to bike, and I'm super happy with it. I will place a link in the description for the company that I bought the mount from, or excuse me, the adapter from. Again, from Italy to Colorado in 3 total days. So fantastic that they put that much effort into their shipping, okay? I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you see all of my new content that comes out. And I love doing this stuff. And again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you out on the road.